Oh, and the injuries. We got good news actually. Danny's coming out of the hospital today. Um, he's gonna have the stitches for 2 weeks. He has to go through intake and all that stuff again. So, but the good news is he's doing all right. Good spirits. I've been texting with him, communicating him the last few days, and it's night and day where he's at. Emotionally. So I'm happy for him. Besides that, who else we got, Johnny? Jeter Downs is doing everything today. He's not playing, but he's feeling better. Um, that's about it, right?
Yes. Okay, can talk about George Taylor. He had a very good year last year. How important is he in the bullpen, being the one of the few, if only, lefty in the pen?
Who's that, Johnny? Who?
George Taylor.
Oh, JT. Yeah. You know what he did in 19? He did an outstanding job last year, obviously with virus. Um, he, it was a struggle for him. Velocity wise, he's still the same guy. One thing he needs to do is attack the strike zone. It's very important. It's something that we're preaching. It's something that it works. And when you got stuff, just be around the strike zone in the zone, and you're gonna get outs. And we need him to be more aggressive. The slider was off a few days ago. He's still working at that and working a few things mechanic wise, but it's a guy that we trust. Those two lefties that we have, they can get lefties and righties out, and that's very important, especially with the new rules. So we feel comfortable with them, and I'm happy that he's in a good place mentally. He feels great physically. It's just a matter of making a few adjustments and throw that fastball over the heart of the plate.
Will you have any trouble adjusting to the new rules they put in last year?
With him, with the new rule,
Yeah.
no, like I said, both of them, Darwinson and JT, they can get lefties and righties out. That rule, they were talking about it before my suspension, and I do believe, last year going into the season, the righties, I felt they were going to get lefties and righties out, and the lefties do the same thing. So I'm comfortable with them.
Alex, I know you said that Franchi was going to be taking some sim game at bats tomorrow. Do you have a plan for when he might be able to get into games?
Well, he got the B game today, so he's gonna lead off or hit second in every inning. It's a 7 inning game, so he gets 7 at bats. He's gonna face Garrett, Kaz, and Darwinson tomorrow. Um, Brad feels that as far as running, he's getting close, but not ready for the game. We'll see how he reacts from that. And actually, tomorrow is Barnes too. Tomorrow is Richards, Barnes, Sowamura, and Walden. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong day. But hopefully Friday we have more where he's at physically, and the way things are trending, I'm not gonna be surprised if he's playing on the field by Monday.
Alex, you've mentioned a few times with Martine, again with Taylor today, a couple of other guys. Keep using the phrase you want him to be in the zone more, that he trusts his stuff. Was there some feeling when you look back on last year that in general the pitching staff maybe wasn't as aggressive as you would have liked and nibbled too much? Is that kind of a general theme that you see this spring?
I saw it in 19, Sean. I think we were pitching. We can pitch to the edges of the strike zone, but you have to be ahead. And I think Eddie had a great season, but he led the league in walks, right, in 19. Our bullpen, it seems like we will get ahead 0-2, and then we make non-competitive pitches. Fastball way up, breaking ball way down. All of a sudden, it's a 2-2 count. The batter, you got to give him credit. He takes a good pitch, and he's 3-2. And I saw that a lot in 19, and, we saw it last year. And in an era that stuff plays, it's really hard to hit. with the stuff that guys are showing. But you got to throw strikes because I do believe hitters are more patient now. They don't expand the zone. You train these guys not to swing at pitches in the edge. We talk about it, right? Like look for a pitch in the middle of the zone and do damage with it. And that's the way it is. But if you are pitching to the edges too much, then you fall behind, or you give him one more pitch to the hitter, and that's where you got in trouble. Our bullpen in 19, we walk a lot of people. There was a lot of traffic all the time. We might say, yeah, you guys did it in October, but yeah, in October we were ahead in counts, and it was to the edge of the strike zone. It wasn't outside the strike zone. So we need to get back to that, to the way we attack, and that's what everybody's doing around the league. Last year, the Rays and the Dodgers, they were very aggressive in the zone, and you saw what happened, and you learn, you watch, and then you get better, and that's what we're trying to do.
Alex, beyond, I guess, Cordero and Xander, is anybody else? Who do you want to get at bats tomorrow in that game?
It's up to them. I believe the catchers are a little bit behind as far as the at bats, although they look good. Kevin had a good game 2 days ago, and Christian yesterday put some good at bats. But because of the order, the batting order, they're hitting in the lower third, and it's hard for them to get a bat. I mean, yesterday the plan was for Christian to get 3, but it was hot and the game was slow. So Jason, taking care of the catchers as always, took him out of the game. So hopefully, we'll see if they want to do it tomorrow. If not, it's not a big deal.
And on a different topic, how much do you kind of miss not having the alumni players being able to be around this year?
Yeah, it's different. Having them is another set of eyes, another voice. Having Dewey here and talking to the outfielders, being part of the drills. It's something that is very important to every organization. I grew up with the Dodgers, and I saw those guys walking around in Dodger Town and helping you out, not only on the field but off the field. And the same thing is here. Not having Pedro in the bullpens, that was something that we miss, but obviously everybody understands. We knew it from the get-go. I mean, even some minor league coaches that are not here, we miss those guys. And hopefully next year when we're back here, everything is back to normal and we can have Jim and Dewey and Pedro. And then all of a sudden, obviously David with his, all his necklaces and smelling good and bringing the vibe. That'll be good, but we miss them. It's not the same without them.
Alex, how much are you looking forward to seeing this particular lineup today to see how it kind of fits together? Looks like it could be like an opening day type of lineup out there.
It's a good lineup. It's a deep lineup. When you have Christian Vasquez hitting 8th, that means we have a deep lineup, and somebody had to hit 8th, somebody had to hit 9th, but we feel comfortable where we at. The lefty righty stuff. We'll see how it plays out, but there's good at bats throughout. There's power. There's athletes. So tomorrow's an off day. So let's try it today and see how. I mean, it doesn't matter what happens, but it's good to see them together and see what they can do.
Saludos, Alex.
Saludos.
Primer partido de Sander Bogart en el campo corto. ¿Qué tú esperas de Sander en el partido de hoy?
Nada, ya Sander se siente muy bien, por eso está jugando. El plan es que juegue máximo 5 entradas, mínimo 3, de acuerdo a la acción que tenga en el campo corto, pero nos sentimos cómodos. Ahora es cuestión de jugar mucho campo corto, prepararse para la temporada y eso es lo que vamos a trabajar.
En el caso de Franchi Cordero, que ha tenido un buen ritmo, como tú lo has dicho, ¿tú entiendes que todavía está a tiempo de estar en el equipo grande para el Opening Day?
Está a tiempo. Ahora mismo yo creo que en cuestión de turnos al bate, aunque no es en el terreno grande, ¿verdad? En el estadio, está ya casi a la par con los que han jugado bastante. Hoy coge 7 turnos, mañana me imagino que cogerá 7 más. Así que poquito a poco está llegando donde tiene que llegar, pero como te dije, poquito a poco todavía no nos sentimos cómodos en jugarlo en el terreno grande.
Just curious, that's what your answer was about Franchi on opening day. Sounds like.
Yeah, he asked me if still a possibility that he can break camp with us, and yeah, there's always a chance, but we're not going to push him. But as far as at bats, he's catching up with everybody. The thing is that he's not in the big field, obviously, but he's getting 7 today. Most likely he's getting 7 tomorrow. The other day in the same game, he had 7. So as far as the at bats, he's right there with everybody else. It's just a matter of the other part, playing defense, running the bases. But there's a chance he can be with us.
Alex, when is Martin making his next start?
Martin. What's today? So he's the 20th against the Braves. We got Nate on Friday, Martin on Saturday, Nick on Sunday. We're good?
Alex, what's your have you now you've had time to think about it, have you thought about LeBron being a part owner? Even though I remember you're talking to Celtics fans as you talk about LeBron James.
I mean, solid player. He's doing a good job with the Lakers over there. Great job with the All-Star game. Is this official? I don't even know. I mean, the guy is his impact on the court is amazing, but off the court, off the charts, right? And I'm a big fan of him. I mean, what he's done in the sport is unreal, and the impact, in his area where he lives, he's impacted a lot of people, and that's all I can say right now. From afar, it's been amazing just watching him do his thing, and it's funny when they start talking about comparing people, like Brady and Michael and all the great ones, like the people that have been able to see him grow as a player, as a person. And it's unreal what he does. It's like he gets better, not only, like I said, not only on the field, but also off the field. And, from afar, a big fan of him.
We saw Michael Jordan. Where would you play him? We saw Jordan as a baseball player. Would you play him in the outfield? Would you play him?
I mean, I bet, like, if Frenchie can play the outfield, they're very similar built, Like, Frenchie can play the outfield. I think he can play the outfield, too. Okay. So go.
Alex, Germán Salazar de Telemundo, ¿cómo estás, Alex? 15 días para la temporada regular, para abrir la temporada, ¿se sienten maripositas en este regreso a la división del este de la americana?
No, de verdad que es contento de estar de vuelta con el equipo y loco que terminemos el campo de entrenamiento saludable, que es lo más importante. Hemos logrado muchas cosas desde el primer día hasta hoy. Hemos jugado bastante bien, la defensa ha sido buena, corriendo las bases sólidos, el picheo ha sido muy bueno y de verdad que nos sentimos cómodos con el equipo que tenemos. Y ahora es cuestión de que los muchachos sigan con sus repeticiones, sigan mejorando y que estén saludables, que es lo más importante.
Esta división del este está mucho más complicada ahora que la que dejaste. Siempre ha sido complicada, pero ahora con el crecimiento del equipo de los Rays, de Kevin Cash, y por supuesto su compatriota Charlie Montoyo con los Azulejos, mucho más complicada la división del este, ¿no?
Sí, la competencia es buena. Yo creo que eso es bueno para todo el mundo. No creo que aquí va a haber un equipo que gane 108 juegos y se vaya en escapada durante la temporada. Yo creo que va a ser sumamente competitiva y eso mantiene al grupo junto. Y dicen de los 4 que están, bueno, los 3, porque a nosotros a veces nos incluyen o no nos incluyen, pero yo creo que tenemos 4 equipos bien competitivos y el otro equipo va a mejorar, está mejorando. Tienen un programa bastante sólido que son los Orioles. Así que es como siempre, en esta división nunca es fácil. Es sumamente complicada, pero estamos preparados para el reto. We're good. Thank you.
Que recibiste en el 2018, Alex, del equipo que recibiste en el 2018 a este del 2021, ¿qué te gusta más de este equipo?
Yo creo que es injusto compararlos, ¿verdad? El grupo del 18 había estado junto por bastante tiempo. Esto es un grupo que tenemos muchas piezas nuevas, pero al final son dos equipos que son atléticos, son buenos equipos de pelota bastante completos. Y yo creo que la diferencia es que aquel grupo había estado juntos, yo era el nuevo, y en este caso, a pesar de que, ¿sabes?, es mi primer año con este grupo, pero la mayoría de la gente alrededor aquí me conoce y tenemos muchos jugadores nuevos.
Okay, thanks everybody.
We're good, thank you.